Good evening, everyone. This is Hitesh Pavan Voleti, Vishlawat Prasant, and Siddharth Dagani. Today, we are here to present a video demonstration on our project LED dot matrix display. Firstly, let us see the circuit and its wiring diagram. Here, we are using the synchronous serial interface and in specific SSI 0. For that, we have to give these 5 connections. This one is power supply, this is ground, and this PA5, PA3, PA2 are configured for SSI 0. Through this PA2 we are giving the clock to this dot matrix display, and through PA3 we are giving the slave select signal. Here it is chip select signal, and through PA5 we are giving the serial data to the data in pin of the dot matrix display. Actually this PA5 is a transmitter of this SSI 0 port, and these are the 5 output ports. These are through this we can connect this single LED matrix display to another LED matrix display. Here you can see the characters supported in our project. So these are special characters, and some of the special characters that we use, and this is for space, and if it is space we have to switch off all the LEDs, so we are giving all zeros. And here this each character, each element indicates each row in the LED matrix display, and these 8 characters indicates 8 rows of the display, and these are the special characters hex codes, and these are for 0 to 9 10 numbers, and these are for 26 capital letters, and these are for 26 small letters. In this project we used 3 interrupts. One is for port F, and the other is for port C, and for port C we used this keypad interfacing, and we used another interrupt for UART configuration. And let us see the keypad functionalities here. So these are the commands. Whenever I press the 1 key in the keypad, it has to switch the data displayed on the segment, like on the LED display, has to switch to different strings. By default we fixed 6 strings, and it switches between those 6 strings, and whenever we press this switch 1 2, we have to increase this, like the brightness has to be increased, and it is 1 3, we have to decrease this brightness. And these 3 are for scrolling functionalities: left scroll, right scroll, and scroll off. And these 2 are for increase and decrease scrolling, and other 2 are for switching on and off the blinking bot. Now let us check it on the hardware. Whenever I press the switch 1, it has to switch to different strings. It is DSE, IISE, okay, and the last string is by, and again it is the first string. So these are the 6 default strings we have used, and this is for increasing brightness, and this is for decreasing the brightness. You can observe that the brightness is decreased here. Now let us see the scrolling functionality. See, it is the left scroll, and it is the right scroll, and this is for scrolling off. And this is for increasing the speed. Now let us see the output on hardware. So whenever I press this switch 1 1, the text has to be switched. Yeah, DESC, IISC, okay, bye. Again it is the first string. These 6 are the default strings we used. And let us increase the brightness now. First let us decrease so that we can observe. So it is the minimum brightness, and let us increase this brightness. Okay. Now let us see other functionalities. Those are scroll left and scroll right. So let us see, increase the speed so that we can see them in fast mode. So I increase the speed here, and I decrease the speed again. This is scroll left, and this is for scroll right, and this is for switching off the scrolling, and this one is for blinking, like 4 1, and 4 2 is for blinking off. And I can use all these functionalities while in blink on mode also, like it is in blink on mode, and I can scroll left and I can scroll right in blinking mode also, and I can switch between the text while blinking. I can increase and decrease the brightness, I can decrease the speed, and I can increase the speed whenever it is blinking. Now let us see the UART functionalities. In UART we have used the same functionalities. In addition to that, we have included one more functionality. This is data. It means we can give new data through UART also, and we can show whatever the data we entered on the UART, we can display it on the dot matrix LED display. Let us run it. These are the commands. Yeah, initially it is showing DESC. Now we will change it through UART. Yeah, I entered the change. Yeah, now you can observe that it changed to IISc. Now again enter change command. Yeah, you can observe that it changed to OK. Now we will use this scrolling functions. Scroll left is for left scroll, and scroll right is for right scrolling. Now let us increase the speed. It is INC speed. Now let us decrease the speed. Now let us see the brightness increase and decrease. If we press the dim, you can observe that the brightness is decreased, and we can increase the brightness through bright function. You can observe that the brightness is increased. Yeah, another functionality is blinking. Let us on the blink. You can observe that it is blinking, and you can also observe that it is scrolling right, and in blink state it is doing two functionalities at a time. Now I'll switch off the scrolling. Now you can observe that it is not scrolling, but it is blinking only. And let us switch off the blinking also. Yeah, you can show that the blinking is off. Yeah, you can observe that it is currently showing OK. Now let us give any data through UART. Like let us give A to Z. Like let us give all the data we used. A to Z. So that see that the data is all the capital letters, all the small letters, and all the numbers, and some of the characters we used. Now let us run that. And here it is showing the last four characters. If you on the scrolling, you can show all the data. I'll increase the speed so that we can see it a bit faster. those are the characters we gave, and it is again looping through those characters given. And I'll change the text by pressing the 4-1 key. And these are the default strings I gave. Now let us see the port of interrupts. If you press the switch 1, we have to switch between the strings, and if I press this switch, we have to adjust the brightness levels. So currently it is showing DSC. When I press the switch 1, it switched to IISC, another string. I pressed again and it is switched to some other string, and it is the last string. And I'll press this switch in order to adjust the brightness. So it is brighter, the brightness is decreased, and the brightness is maximum. Whenever it reaches the maximum brightness level, it will come to the minimum brightness level. It will loop through the brightness levels. So these are the results we captured. These are for default strings we used, some of the default strings, and this is different. This is we shown in order to differentiate between bright and dim. These are the references for implementing it. We followed the TIVA C series datasheet and Max 7219 datasheet. Thank you.